It's time to eat some cake. We got our forks ready.
Eat some cake. Hey, yeah, Jess, I'm ready to whip it up. We are pumped about this cake, y'all.
It's a good thing. We got a vegan-friendly cake created by cake designer Michael Hall to satisfy us this morning. We're going to jump right in. Michael, welcome back. It's great to see you.
Thank you. Glad to be back.
Let me just tell you, it smells delicious, and it's two separate flavors that's in this particular cake.
What are we working with here?
It's a vanilla cake and also cookies and cream red velvet cake.
What?
I mean, look, y'all, look how pretty this cake is.
Hold the phone.
And it's vegan. So in case people don't know what vegan is, how would you
Vegan is no dairy products. So you have no eggs, no butter. Well, you do have butter, but not the normal butter.
Okay.
It's non-dairy butter. Non-dairy butter is like Smart Balance, Earth Balance, and Kerrygold. Those are butters that you can use in this cake. Or if you want to use butter at all, some people just use the oil. But I choose to use the butter. Butter always has a good consistency.
Butter's great.
So,
nothing butter than butter.
And it's like I said, the cakes are always the same. I mean, but those ingredients really help it out. Move it along.
This is a big deal. Michael, go ahead and get us started while we talk
So
through.
right now I have the butter already in here.
Is that too far away for you? I'm sorry.
I mean, Mike would be rude if I didn't taste it.
I don't know.
You gotta know what
manners.
You have to know what you're working with, Nikki D.
And you add in with it the oil.
So is it complicated
It's
then?
olive oil.
Olive oil?
Yes, olive oil.
Why olive oil?
Olive oil is more healthier than regular vegetable oil.
Is there anything you need to, okay, so I know sometimes you can substitute like applesauce in a cake. Do you have to compensate for that measurement, or is it pretty standard olive oil just can replace vegetable oil or whatever?
It's pretty much standard. Normally in my normal cakes I do just vegetable oil. I do the same amount. I mean, this is going to be just a standard batter for the vanilla. But the thing about it is, whatever cake that you make, that I make, my recipes that I offer you guys, you can add any type of ingredients. Now, if you add something in it that's not vegan, that's on you.
That's on you. That is on you.
Look how pretty that is.
Normally the ingredients that I have on this cake, they're all vegan. The cookies on it, cookies are cookies. There's no milk products in cookies and the cream that's in it. There's no milk products. So that makes the cake completely all vegan.
Michael, preparing a vegan cake like this and making this more readily available. I was at a birthday party recently, and the child has sensitivities, so it was a vegan cake, and everybody said, "Boy, that cake was good," even though it was a vegan cake. I mean, these things are pretty much hand in hand anymore. This tastes like cake.
Right, because it's just a lot of people don't understand. With the vegan cake, a lot of people are like, how does it rise? The eggs normally is a thing that really makes the cake rise and gives it a different taste. In this cake, we don't use eggs, of course, but you use vinegar. The vinegar mixes with the baking soda and causes the cake to rise. And the flavoring of the cake that you give it makes the cake what it is.
This is moist and delicious and
good.
awesome. Like, you're not kidding around. Oh, sorry, did I push it away?
And the icing is amazing.
My next thing I do is I add my flavoring to it, which is a simple butter vanilla emulsion. And that gives it a great flavor. This is stronger than vanilla extract.
Okay.
So
it gives it a richness of even tasting more buttery.
It does. Yep. And next thing I add to it is
extra vinegar?
2 tablespoons of vinegar. You can use either white distilled vinegar or apple cider.
Okay.
And the flavor profile doesn't mess with the cake. Wow.
You would honestly not know this was vegan unless you told us.
Right. And that's the illusion of it. And that's the mystery. A lot of people don't know. And when you look at it, like, that can't be vegan. It looks like a normal cake. It tastes like a normal cake.
Well,
but
it isn't, to some people being vegan, that's an everyday situation.
situation.
We all have to have cake.
Right.
Even Megan.
I love it. We all have to have cake, even Megan.
The ingredients that I normally use, I try to use natural ingredients. Stuff that's not fattening, because sugar is going to be sugar. But instead of using the white sugar, I use natural sugar, because when it's bleached, it's not good for you.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay.
So this is pure cane sugar.
Okay, pure cane sugar.
So
just an interesting twist on some of those ingredients, Michael, and taking a different spin.
Yeah, because you want to be natural as possible. It's supposed to be a cake that's healthy for you. You don't want to have something that's fattening. It's something that's bad for you. So you can either use the natural pure cane sugar or coconut palm sugar. So that, those two sugars, they're not as high in calories.
Dessert's still dessert. You got to take it in moderation, right?
Exactly.
But we still all like to have dessert. So if you can make a twist on it, that's a good
to
thing.
make it be a little bit better, so that way, okay, it is dessert, but I'm just, I'm not eating the fattest ingredients possible.
So Michael, we have about 2 minutes left.
Okay.
You've gotten a good go on that one. What happens after all these ingredients go in?
Well, you mix everything else together. The milk and the flour this flour is natural unbleached flour.
Okay.
You can also use wheat flour or almond flour. It all depends on what your liking is. But you mix it all together and it just comes out, and you put it in a pan and everything.
Now, what were you using for the milk substitute? Were you using silk, or what was that?
This is almond.
Almond
Silk
milk,
almond
okay.
vanilla milk.
Okay.
Which
So-
brings out the other vanilla.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you just mix it all together, and I'm gonna
That was a great question. And Michael, you mentioned, you can use the wheat flour. I find when I substitute with the whole wheat flour, the cake or whatever it is ends up getting a little denser. It's like either I'm over mixing
That's why I
it or...
use normal flour.
Okay.
It's a flour I found that is natural white flour. Because a lot of flours that's white is been bleached. But it's natural white unbleached flour.
Okay.
There's something else to look out for, with all the bleach.
And
Yep.
now, so this is vegan, but it's not necessarily a gluten-free because you have
No,
that in.
no,
But you
exactly,
can still,
exactly.
you can work with customers to make those things happen
Yes,
too.
I do gluten-free cakes and also low sugar cakes as well.
Okay.
Oh, that's good to know.
Because everyone needs cake.
Yes.
It's true.
It would be
exactly.
rude if we did not offer a variety of cake.
Well, what's interesting too then, after you get all that together, Michael, is you've done such an amazing job of icing and decorating this. And of course, that usually you'll find a little bit of different ingredients in that. How do you put together your icing?
Well, I actually use the dairy-free butter. Instead of using the regular butter
That's right, yeah.
to make the buttercream, I use dairy-free butter.
That
And does
butter's
it
good.
that butter's better? Does it behave the same way
It
as
does.
regular?
Actually, it's a little looser. A lot of times when I do it, I can see, you can tell the difference because it doesn't hold, but you have to make it hold. You have to add a little bit more on the cakes so that way it holds and there's a lot stiffer. I found that actually when you do it, it actually smooths a little bit better.
Okay. All right, so it behaves a little better.
Excuse
all right,
me.
or at least there's a good. Oh, pardon me, ma'am. I'm sorry.
You've been in my way
Was
all
my
day,
fork
sister.
blocking your? Okay,
Blocking
so
my
this looks
mouth.
fantastic, Michael. Thank you so much. And I
my
love
pleasure.
too. Have we noticed on top? So this is kind of a cookies and cream and vanilla multi-layer with what red velvet
Red velvet
cream
cookies.
sandwich cookies on
Yes.
the top. All right, Michael. Thanks for being
Michael,
back
this
with
is
us.
good. And it's hey, what are you doing over there?
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, that's right. We
That's
have
my
piece to
piece over
share.
there.
Oh, that. Oh no. Oh geez, we got it all over the
Jess.
floor. It's a hard job. Somebody's got to do it. We'll
know,
be in
bless
charge
us
of the
all.
quality control committee over here. I call dibs.
Hey.